Hello. I am so happy you're here. I'm tickled pink we have this time together, and I want to acknowledge you for showing up right now, for showing up here with me, because what you're doing is something different. We don't do this every day. I don't offer this every day, and you're showing up. And that's what this whole 2021 is about, is showing up and doing something different. So I acknowledge you. Congratulations for doing a self honoring choice for yourself. And I'm happy you're here. I am Lee Keckner. I'm a spiritual teacher and a life coach. Right now, I'm specializing in the divorce community. I want to just kind of tell you what this is going to kind of the breakdown of how this is going to go down, and then we'll get started. We are going to set our intention, and intention is very important because if you don't have a life with intention setting, every day you wake up, wonder what's going to happen today. But intention setting is like it's an energy, and it's kind of like a GPS. We program what we want to happen that day, and then we go towards it. We don't know how in the hell we're going to get there. It's pinging off towers up here in the invisible, but somehow we end up where we're supposed to be. If you set your intention, you know what you want, and then you can receive it. If you don't, you're kind of sleepwalking, and just whatever happens that day, you deal with or react to. So intention is huge. So we're going to set our intentions. I'm going to do a grounding exercise just to get you relaxed. And then we're going to flow right into a 5-minute guided meditation. I encourage you during this guided meditation to quiet your mind. If you've never done one and you close your eyes, you might feel silly or something. Feel that, and then just let it pass by. Let it go like a cloud and come back to the present moment, because when you let your thoughts go and when you pay attention to what's happening, it's in the present moment. That's where miracles and magic can happen. So don't keep yourself from that in this experience during the guided meditation, please. Then we're going to dig into what do you have up your sleeve that's going to make 2021 different than last year. And if you're not quite sure, you're at the perfect place, because I'm going to share a couple of things that I'm doing, and maybe it will spark something in you. Because really, this life is made to be in joy, for us to be in joy. We are loving beings created in the likeness of God, and we're supposed to be having a kick-ass time. And we can, if this allows us to experience that. So I'm happy you're here. At the end, I'm going to say a prayer and thank you and goodbye. And then I'm going to go into connecting with you guys. If you have comments, if you wrote your intention, if you have a question, if you wrote something you want prayer for, whatever the heck it is, I'm going to spend time with the people who stay on after to read all the comments with them. But until then, I'm just going to go straight through the program. Okay, so we're going to actually get started right now by setting our intention. So if you just showed up, you're like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Think about it. What are you doing here? What do you want more of? What are you hoping to get from your time with me? That's worth a thought, because when you know and you set your intention, you will receive it. And that's what's so damn cool about it and magical. So I'm going to share my intention with you. My intention is to be present, to open my mind and heart so that the information that needs to flow out today comes with grace and ease, and to be connected to you guys. So now I encourage you to take a moment. And if you need to just close your eyes and think, what do I want from 2021? What am I ready to let go of? What does my blue sky look like? If I could have the best 2021 ever, what does it look like? So just get really clear in your intention. And I encourage you also to have a piece of paper and a pen so you can write your intention down, or any notes or any aha moments or anything that pops up that you can write it down. And if you don't have one, you can always come back and revisit the video. Okay. So I'm going to give you just a few seconds more to think about your intention. Is it to be open to a new way of living? Is it to have an aha moment? Is it to get something that shakes, rattles, and rolls you to live life differently? Are you ready to let go of something? Just kind of think what it is so you can actually get something tangible from our time together. I like to close my eyes, and I'm probably going to do that a lot, because I find when I close my eyes, I'm closer to the true me, not to this me or this me. So I invite you to, if you need to just close your eyes and go within for anything that you're unsure of, because actually you have all the answers within you if you quiet this and allow the whispers to be heard. Okay, guys. So what we're going to do now is, if you do have that paper and pen, just set it aside. And I'm going to do two things back to back. I'm going to do a probably 2 minute guided meditation, a 2 minute grounding exercise, right? Because we just finished a full week. Some dinner plans are coming. We just ate dinner, and there's, always so much. But what we do want to do is to be fully in this moment together, because if you're not, you're kind of wasting your time. So if you're in this, let's be all in. So I'm going to do right now a grounding exercise to bring us all in. And then we can just keep our eyes closed. I'll move to the next thing, which is the guided meditation. And I'll have to tell you, it's really neat when you close your eyes. I'm going to actually, when I do the guided part, I'm going to cover the camera, because I think it's one less distraction. So you can just be quiet and follow me in the guided journey. And neat things happen when you do. Okay, so I invite you to put anything off your lap down. If you can, get your feet on the ground, just to feel the earth under your feet, and to sit up straight. And, sit up straight, not too rigid, that you're still comfortable, but that your body is showing that you're alert and you're ready to receive. You can put your hands down on your lap to get grounded, or you can put them up to receive. And we're just going to start with 3 slow grounding breaths. We're going to breathe in through our nose, hold for 2, and exhale audibly out of our mouth. And when you inhale through your nose, you can breathe in what you want: more patience, love, understanding, abundance, relationship, whatever it is, connection. Breathe that in and hold it. And when you exhale, you can relieve something like stress or worry or anger or anxiety, or any of the heaviness that you're holding. So right now we're going to flush in good and exhale out what no longer serves us. All right, so join me with your eyes closed, please. And we'll breathe in through our nose, hold for 2, and exhale out. In through our nose, hold for 2, and out of our mouth. And the final breath in through your nose, hold for 2, and exhale. And keeping your eyes closed. God, I just ask that we open right now our crown chakra just on the top of our head, that it just opens so your bright, white, loving light can come in through our crown chakra, and it can circle around our brain and our mind, and it can just quiet it. Just the swirling, loving light, just quiet it and calm it, so we can be fully here to receive, so we can take a break from our crazy spinning brain that never stops. Just let it right now slow down, and take that bright, white, loving light down the back of our necks, and just kind of repeatedly stroking the back of our neck into our shoulders where we hold so much tension, God, and just take that and slough off the tension off of our shoulders, just out, off of our bodies. We're bringing that loving light down our shoulders, down our arms, down to our elbows, our wrists, our fingers, that it can just illuminate out of us. That we are just a vessel, a reflection of you, and we are light. And bring that light down to our chest, to our soul, that it may swirl around, God, and we can feel how connected we are to you, that you are right here inside of us. When we get quiet, we have the pleasure of hearing you, hearing your wisdom. We'll bring that loving light to our core, to our organs, that they're all functioning properly, to our genitalia, to our hips, our thighs, our knees, our calves, our shins, our ankles, to our feet, God, and let that loving light go through our shoes, through the foundation of the floor, into the rock and the dirt and the sand, and the rock and the dirt and the sand, and all the way down to the core of the earth, through the water and the rock, and the water and the rock, to the core of the earth, God, that we are that connected to this planet, that we are held with this invisible energy called gravity. This invisible force holds us perfectly where we are supposed to be. sitting in this chair right now, we're held not too hard that we can't stand and rise, and not too soft that we're floated and not grounded. We are perfectly grounded by an invisible force, which are my favorite forces. And God, we bring that loving light back up through the water and the rock and the rock and the water, through the rock and the dirt and the rocks to the foundation of where we are, through that foundation, through our shoes, back into our feet, and just let it lock there. Just let us hold that loving light. And as we let it feel our body, we're going to close our crown chakras. And God, just put a bubble around everyone who's watching right now, just that they feel safe, that they feel loved, and they feel how connected they are in the palm of your hand without having to do a damn thing just because they're breathing. God, we are grateful for this time. This is a sacred time for us to be together in the light. Amen. And with your eyes closed now, I'm going to cover the camera to lead you in the guided meditation. And if you would just get comfortable, keep your eyes closed. And really just say to your mind, you're not going to hijack me. You're not going to sabotage me. I'm going to be present to receive the message I am to receive through this guided imagery meditation. With your eyes closed, focus your attention on your breath, moving in and out of your nostrils, moving in and out. As you continue to breathe at your own rate, imagine that you are on a path in a very thick forest. All around you are beautiful green trees, and you walk down this path, passing all the beautiful trees and the leaves and the shrubs, and sometimes seeing animals. You walk down that path toward the sound of water. You come up to a small stream, and you walk over to the stream and look at your reflection in the water. Soon you feel another presence standing next to you, and you feel completely safe. You see another reflection join yours in the water. This other presence may be that of an old wise being, an animal, or an imagery being who you feel is your ally, someone who you have known for a long time, someone you can really trust. You're looking at your ally's reflection next to you in the water, and it brings you great joy. Your ally beckons you to come follow across a small bridge that crosses the stream. You follow, walking over the bridge. And when you cross the bridge, you find yourself climbing a hill. It's not a steep hill, but you can see it's a hill, and you're walking the path, and up ahead, you think you see the entrance to a cave, and you keep walking, following your ally. Your ally enters the cave, sits down, and gestures for you to follow. You enter the cave and sit down, and your ally begins to tell you about yourself. What does this trusted ally have to share? Listen so you can hear. You may have a particular question you wish to ask your ally, and you do that now. You listen closely to the answer. Your ally tells you that you may return at any time you wish. They will always be there waiting for you to help you with anything that you need. You thank your ally. When you're ready, you start your way back out of the cave, back down the path, over the bridge. Then you stop and look once again at your reflection in the water. What do you see? Can you see anything different? Notice how you feel as you stand up and turn around and start to walk the path out of the forest and become aware, coming back to where you are, aware of where you're sitting in your room, in your seat, fully present. Just take a moment of breathing, and when you're ready, you are welcome to blink your eyes open slowly. I know when I did that one time, when somebody read that and I was listening to it, my mother's reflection came and took me into the cave and told me about myself. And I wasn't expecting that at all. And then when I asked her my question, her response was so beautiful. It had me in tears. So I do know just how our mind can take us places when we allow it to. And I hope that you got to experience some of that magic with that. Now that we're relaxed and we're grounded, I want to get and dig into why I'm talking, or why I'm with you guys tonight here at the beginning of 2021. You know, I heard everyone saying, I'm so excited about 2021. Oh my gosh, finally it's here. And as I was hearing people say that, I was thinking, why are you saying that? It's unless you got something up your sleeve that's going to make a difference, unless you have a few secret weapons you haven't used in the past that you are going to implement moving forward, it will be the same. Joe Dispenza, I think that's how you say his name. My friend was telling me that he said this, and I liked this before we move on. If you want your life to change, you must change your thoughts. There's the past and the future. Unless there is a change in your thoughts, he said, unless you change your thoughts, you can pick up 2020 and set it right on top of 2021. And that example for me, unless you change, not the world changes, not the president changes, not your spouse changes, not your kids change, not your job change, you change. You can pick up 2020 and set it on top of 21 and call it a day. How many of us want that? I know each year I seek to be more. Each year I seek to be happier. I seek more abundance. I seek more love. Actually, number one. Um, so think about that. If you're living your life, doing your job, doing your thing, your normal routine, it's going to be the same year for you. And so when people were saying, I'm so excited for 2021, I was thinking, why? I think I asked a few people why, and they're like, because it's over. I'm like, all right, interesting. So if you think about it, nothing changes unless you change. You make a new decision. So that's kind of what we're talking about today, and that's what excites me so freaking much. Um, so I want to just share with you 4 things that I'm doing that is already impacting my 2021, that has already impacted my 2021. And I'm going to just share them with you. And this can also kind of get you thinking. And if you think of one and you like it, you can jot it down. Or if this makes you think of something else, jot it down, because it's so great to have clarity of what you want, what brings you joy, what you want more of, so you can focus on it. 4 things. Number one, I'm committed to taking 100% responsibility for my life. I am having ownership over my experience on the planet. So that's one of the most empowering things for me is I'm 100% responsible for my experience on the planet. I wrote this quote a little bit back that I want to read to you. You have created your life. It's not your parents, your lover, your job, the economy, the president, an argument, or a family or your family that is to blame or celebrate. It's you. You see the world as you feel about yourself, and you tell others how to treat you. Own your shit and change your life. So I have a 33-day program on my website, lee.la, and it's called Ownership, and it's 33 days of owning your life. So if you feel like, I don't even know what the hell she's talking about, go check it out, my 33-day program on my website. It's so empowering. Oh, it's really a gift to give yourself, because anything out here is an escape. Anything out here is it's like you're not owning your life. You're going to blame other people, right? You are in charge of your life. You are the captain of your ship. You are the owner of your fate. Examples of how I am having ownership of my life. When my marriage ended, I took full responsibility for my part. I really took a look at how I showed up, how I behaved, how I handled specific situations, and got really clear on how I contributed to the ending of my marriage, because I want to work on those things and I never want to repeat them again in the future. Number 2, when I get triggered, when someone pisses me off, FYI, you're never pissed off at what you think you are. It just triggered something in you that's an old hurt. So every time I get triggered, I go within, I find the place that hurts, I try and nail down the old thought even that hurts, and I just apply loving there and say, I got you, you're okay. You're okay, I'm here. You're not alone anymore. I'm taking care of you. I got you. So anytime you get triggered out there, come in here and apply loving. The third thing, when I want to point a finger at another person and blame, I turn that finger back to myself and I bring it back to my heart. It's the same thing. And I have to come back home. I call it coming home. So everything that we live from is here, and everything that we think and feel, we project around us. And one good example of it is I'm sitting on a park bench by myself in Central Park, and a really, what I perceive to be a highfalutin, well put together, covered in Gucci or whatever, Coco Chanel, I don't know, passes me. She's 5'10" and her hair is blowing and her trench coat's blowing, and she looks over at me and I smile at her and she just keeps walking. My mind would say, oh my God, I'm not good like her. I'm from Kansas. I could never dress like that. Oh my gosh, how much money does she have? I wonder if I could ever make that, right? The stories start spinning. But what's the reality of it? The reality without our story is I was sitting on a park bench and a beautiful woman walked by. That's reality. Reality is neutral. What we bring to with our thoughts and our beliefs taint it. Okay. Number 2. So my first one is ownership, having complete ownership over my experience on the planet. It's nobody's fault or glory except my own. Number two, I'm committed to the health of my mind. This is so huge because remember, Joe Dispenza said, you have to change your thoughts if you want to change your mind, your life. So you have to change your thoughts. So I am my own thought boss. I imagine it like this. I have a little man standing at the front of my brain, my mind, and everything comes to it and presents itself or knocks, and he opens it, looks at it, listens, and says, hell no, get out if it's toxic or negative, or says, come in here and create, more of a life party in Lee's mind. So I do that. And I stand guard of my brain. Why? Because my mind tells my body what to do and how to feel. My thoughts create my life. Thoughts become things. So I only want pure, strong, positive, loving thoughts in my body, in my mind, and in my life, right? So it all starts here. What are you feeding yourself? What are you letting in? The way I do this, the active steps I do, that I am a thought boss of my own mind. Right now I'm doing a course in miracles. So every day, because every day I have to feed myself positivity, I have to. It's just like brushing my teeth or exercising or eating. I have to. And it's just a pattern I've gotten in. So it's just now a part of my pattern. But the way I'm doing it with A Course in Miracles is I read the little passage from the book, I read the workbook exercise, and then Marianne Williamson every day has a recorded thing talking about the lesson. So I soak it in on my own, and then I get reaffirmed and learn a little bit more from her. And that happens all year, each morning for 365 days. So that's why I've got that covered. I also read inspiring books or listen to them on Audible. I listen to uplifting music. I don't watch the news, and I avoid toxicity. And this includes coworkers and friends. When people are toxic, I smile for them. I smile with them. I'll sit with them or whatever, but I don't hang with them because I don't allow toxicity in my life because it latches onto you and it takes you down with it. Okay. So first is ownership. Two is committed to the health of my mind. Number three, I'm committed to the health of my body. And my body is my car. It's my vehicle to take me through life. And I want to keep it running as healthy as long as possible. So I treat it like an ally as opposed to something I'm fighting or always trying to figure out some sort of a plan or to get around. Instead, I'm just loving to it. I do this by walking outside 3 times a week. Walking outside is one of the best things you can do for your body, your health, your mind, your spirit, because you are moving in nature and you're moving your body and you're getting fresh air. It's unbelievable. Drinking water. I drink 8 ounces of water right when I wake up, a full glass before I have anything. And then I have to put my readers on for my little typing right here. And then I continue to drink water throughout the day until bedtime. Water makes up for 60% of our body. Our bodies need it to survive. Every cell, tissue, and organ in our body needs water to work properly. Water detoxes our body and keeps us hydrated, keeps us alive. It's giving your body a constant gift. So you think about the things we don't think about, like breathing. It's such a gift. It stops your mind from spinning. Water keeps you alive and flushes out the detox and keeps you healthy. I committed to exercising 5 times a week, and I don't ever deviate from it. It's the same as brushing my teeth, putting in the good, moving my body. Eating less, and eating more healthy food. We don't need that much food to sustain us throughout the day. We do need a big breakfast to get us going. And the more I choose healthy, the more I crave healthy. So I don't diet, and I've never been more in shape in my life because I'm feeling so much good here, and I really love my body, and I want to be a good friend to it, and I want to be an ally with it so it can carry me healthily through life. It says we need to drink about 13 cups or 1 gallon of water a day. How about that? A gallon is a big ass thing of water. So keep that in mind. And the other huge thing that I do is meditate. which means I focus on my breathing, I quiet my mind, and I allow myself to connect with my real power, to the wisdom of the universe right here. And I love knowing that I have all of the answers inside of me that I need for my entire life. I can just quiet my mind to access them. All right, that was number 3. Number 4, I'm committed to the pause. I think I can see. The pause is the life changer. The pause is where we can take a moment and realize it's a fresh moment and we can do whatever the hell we want. We don't have to continue in the fight. We don't have to continue in the anger at the television. We don't have to continue to be mad she didn't pick up her bedroom. We can make a new choice that feels better and lifts us up and gets us out of our rut. Here's how I get into the pause. I breathe. If I'm freaking out and about to yell at Eve again for the 10th time to pick some damn thing up and I'm about to yell at her, I notice how my body feels too. It doesn't feel good. It feels stressed. And I know I'm causing dis-ease in my body when I behave that way. I take some calming breaths, relax, get my heart rate down. And in that is a pause. Then I can make a new decision and act like a loving person who I really am, not a crazy spinning ideas what has to happen. Focus on your breath is the cheapest and easiest way to calm yourself, bring down your heart rate, lower your anxiety level, and create a space for something different. In the pause, we can make a new choice. And the final thing cool about the pause is the pause brings us into the here and now, into the present moment. The only place that life exists is right now with me. The rest is the past. The rest doesn't exist because it hasn't happened. So the pause brings us into the present moment, which there's no spinning or crap or bullshit or to-do lists. It's just pausing to be in this moment. We don't want to miss these moments because this is the only place where life is happening. Okay, those are my 4 things. And I would love for you to share what yours are. And just to recap, I threw my sheet away. What is my first one? Oh, I remember. My first one is to have 100% ownership of my life. My second is I'm committed to the health of my mind. I'm committed to the health of my body, and I'm committed to the pause. And I know that these 4 things alone are going to and already have shifted and changed my 2021. And as I continue to commit to them, the greater the love and abundance and expansion and heart opening is coming. Okay, I'm going to do a prayer right now for us and then say goodbye. And then if you don't want to, you're welcome to stay after and gab with me and I'll read all the comments. All right, so we'll just take a moment to kind of let what was just spoken to sink in. Just take a few breaths. God, we are so grateful that we are on the planet. We are so grateful that we're here right now. We're so grateful that we get to take another breath. God, we send loving light out to everyone who's hurting, to America, to our government, to the transition, to the other countries who are struggling, to the people who are ill, people who have cancer, the people who are facing any adversity. God, we just ask that you shower right now them with love and light. And God, as we all send each other love and light, we are all connected. And that is so powerful. Thank you that we have that opportunity to give back just by praying and coming together. And God, I ask that you reach into each person who's watching's heart and let them feel you. Let them feel how they're directly connected to you. And all they have to do is welcome you, invite you in, ask power to partner with them. And you're there, you got them. And that you never leave us, but we can tap you and co-create with you. Thank you for that. Thank you for this time together. Thank you for a new year. And thank you that we have choices, that we get to decide, that you have given us free will and a clean slate every moment to work from. Let us use our time on this planet wisely, God. Amen. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you got a nugget of one thing you could do this year that you didn't do last year. One thing makes a difference. One person starts a revolution. One person Nelson Mandela said a country to freedom. So realize you're important. You're not just here for the heck of it. You're an important being on this planet at this time specifically. And you've been given gifts. And how can you use those to be of service? And make sure everything you do, you start with yourself and fill yourself up first before you go out and serve. Fill yourself up with love before you try and love another. All right. Thank you so much. Have amazing 2021. And I'm here. If you ever want to reach out to me in real time, you can text my name, Leigh, Leigh, to the phone number, to the number 41242. You'll get a few automated questions for me to know you better. And then at the end, you can sign up for a 15-minute complimentary call with me. And I would be happy to help you if you can't find out what you're going to do to shift. You got to pull something out of your sleeve to have a different year. All right. I love you. Thank you.